Beneath the surface of the Gulf of Mexico, something massive is happening. It's not oil rigs or pipelines this time, it's sand. Texas is pulling tons of it out of the seafloor, not to build beaches or bottle glass, but to carve a deeper path to the future. One that leads straight to Mexico. This isn't just a local project, it's part of one of North America's biggest industrial transformations, Project 11, the $1.1 billion expansion of the Houston Ship Channel. It's bold, controversial, and it's redefining how two countries trade across one shared gulf. To understand why Texas is moving mountains of sand, you've got to realize how vital the Port of Houston really is. It's not just a harbor, it's a 52-mile artery that pumps energy, chemicals, and manufactured goods through the heart of America. Every day, steel, oil, plastic, and grain flow through it like blood through veins. In 2024, it's expected to handle 53 million tons of cargo and over 4 million shipping containers. That's 74% of all container traffic in the entire Gulf of Mexico. And one of Houston's most important trade partners? Mexico. The relationship is enormous, $24.9 billion worth of trade in 2023 alone. Every ship that crosses the Gulf ties the two economies a little tighter. But here's the problem. The channel itself is starting to feel small. Some sections narrow to just 525 feet wide. That's barely enough room for two skyscraper-sized ships to squeeze past each other. Its depth? Only 45 feet. That worked decades ago, but today's Neo-Panamax ships need close to 50. Without that depth, they can't come in fully loaded, meaning Houston leaves profit literally floating offshore. To make matters worse, captains rely on a nerve-wracking maneuver known as the Texas Chicken. Imagine two 1,000-foot-long ships steering toward each other in a narrow channel, trusting hydrodynamics to push them apart at the last second. It works, but barely. That's where Project 11 comes in. The goal: widen and deepen the channel so the biggest ships in the world can glide through safely. Wider lanes, smoother traffic, fewer delays, and billions more in trade capacity every year. When it's finished, parts of the channel will stretch nearly 700 feet wide and 46 feet deep. That difference will let ships pass without slowing and keep Houston competitive in the global shipping race. The payoff is huge. Once complete, Project 11 is expected to boost Houston's economy by $134 million every year, about $365,000 a day. That's a serious return on sand. It's a long-term effort, though. The expansion covers 40 miles of the channel, divided into 6 major segments. Work started in 2022 and will continue until 2029. Segments 1A and 2 are already done. Others will wrap up one by one until the entire waterway is reborn. And the machines doing it? Absolute monsters. Dredgers like the Avalon, C. Armacaskle, and General Arnold Claw at the seabed, day and night. So far, they've removed over 459 million cubic feet of material. Each scoop brings Houston closer to a deeper, faster, safer future. But here's where things get complicated. All that material doesn't just vanish. It has to go somewhere. And that's where the environmental debate starts. Houston's history with dredge disposal hasn't always been clean. In 2019, soil near neighborhoods like Galena Park tested positive for pesticides and heavy metals, remnants from past dredging. And with Project 11 planning to move up to 883 million cubic feet of material by 2050, careful disposal isn't just smart, it's necessary. Dust from dredged piles can carry toxins into homes. Floods, which are frequent along the Gulf Coast, can wash contaminants into waterways. And of course, it's the nearby communities that feel it most. So this time, Houston's taking a different approach. Instead of dumping everything, much of the dredged material will be repurposed. Think land reclamation, wetland restoration, even creating new bird islands. It's the ultimate recycling project, turning industrial byproduct into ecological opportunity. 10 acres of new nesting islands are already planned, offering safe ground for migratory birds pushed out by development. Almost 800 acres of wetlands will also be built or restored, acting as natural filters and storm buffers. And the return of oyster reefs, up to 376 acres, adds another layer of protection. Oysters filter water, stabilize coasts, and support fishing economies. It's nature's infrastructure, rebuilt from the leftovers of human ambition. Even the machinery has gone greener. Dredgers now use Tier 4 engines, the cleanest on the market, cutting nitrogen oxide and soot emissions dramatically. And once the channels open, ships won't need to idle as long, reducing port pollution by 3 to 7%. Less waiting, cleaner skies. Now, zoom out. Houston isn't alone in reshaping its maritime future. Across the Gulf, Mexico is doing the same thing, and fast. Down in Veracruz, the country's oldest and busiest port is getting a $410 million upgrade. When finished, it'll triple capacity to 95 million tons a year. The star feature? A 2.7-mile breakwater, the longest in Latin America, protecting the harbor and making room for the world's largest cargo ships. By April 2025, Veracruz will be not just bigger, but smarter, running advanced logistics, automation, and lightning-fast cargo handling. Farther north, Altamira is going digital too, becoming a smart port with automated systems and energy-efficient operations that cut delays and track shipments in real time. It's cleaner, faster, and more transparent. The future of trade, right on the Gulf. Put it all together, and you've got a powerful story. On one side, Houston is building bigger waterways. On the other, Mexico's building smarter ports. Together, they're forming a new cross-border trade corridor, a North American maritime superhighway connecting factories, energy plants, and markets across two nations. And this isn't just about shipping, it's about how trade literally shapes the planet. Every dredged channel, every port expansion, every ship passing through changes coastlines, economies, and ecosystems. It's the hidden machinery behind everything from gas prices to grocery store shelves. But let's not sugarcoat it. Dredging on this scale always has consequences. The Gulf's ecosystems are fragile, and one mistake could undo years of progress. That's why Project 11's environmental safeguards matter so much, not just for PR, but for survival. The success of this project will depend on whether Houston can prove that industrial growth and ecological balance can actually coexist. So far, the signs are promising. Since 2016, the Port of Houston has cut its carbon emissions by 55%. Its long-term target? Net zero by 2050. If it can expand while slashing emissions, it could set a global example for how major ports evolve responsibly. And maybe that's the real story here. Project 11 isn't just about digging deeper. It's about rethinking growth itself. It's saying that ports can get bigger and cleaner at the same time, that dredgers and wetlands can work hand in hand, that industry and nature don't have to be enemies. By 2029, Houston's new channel will be one of the widest and deepest in the Americas. The ships sailing through will be bigger and more efficient. The wetlands and reefs along the shore will be stronger. And across the Gulf, Mexico's ports will be ready, modernized, connected, and optimized for a new age of North American trade. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about Texas digging deeper. It's about two nations bound by ambition and geography, literally reshaping the earth beneath the Gulf to get closer to each other. So next time you see a cargo ship sliding past Galveston or Veracruz, remember, under those calm waves lies a story of transformation, of sand turned to steel, of industry turned to innovation, and maybe, just maybe, of progress, learning how to share the sea. And if you made it this far, you're one of us, someone who loves the way the world builds. So hit that like button, subscribe for more mega project deep dives, and tell us in the comments. Can projects like this really balance profit and the planet? Or is it just another case of green marketing wrapped around industrial ambition? Either way, one thing's for sure, the Gulf of Mexico is changing fast. And this time, it's not just about trade, it's about transformation.